All right, so I'm going to give you a gem. So how to overcome fear of the whole I'm bad with technology. I hate talking on camera, and any of these sort of fears that you may have, right? Any little fears you have in regards to achieving your goals, success, but these fears are just holding you back, right? So I've had these. I think I've had most of them. I think apart from talking on camera, I think talking on camera wasn't really a fear of mine, but technology was. And then I've mentored a lot of people that have that hate talking on camera thing, right? So I'm going to start with the end, like literally. I'm not going to waste time. And I'm going to say the answer is volume. Okay. So there's a few reasons. And when I say volume, what do I mean? I mean doing something in bulk, doing like a lot of it rather than just shying away and doing it. Um, and it's basically the extreme. Okay. If we look at it properly, like, and we think about it, like doing it in volume, something that you're scared of, is the extreme because it's like I'm scared of skydiving, right? So I'm not, but let's say I was, right? And then I just decided, all right, cool, and signed up to skydive every week for a month or 2 months. That is the extreme. If I'm actually scared of that thing, right? It's very extreme. Um, but it's like it's the equivalent to, people always say that, all right, with sugar, you've got to wean yourself off of it, and just have a little bit of less often or something like that, right? And people always counteract that by saying that you can't just wean yourself off of an addiction. Okay, it's like with someone's a heroin addict, you can't give them a little bit here and there to do you know what I mean, to overcome a heroin addiction, right? It's not actually a funny topic, but it's the same way. Sometimes you've got to go extreme. And I think that people underestimate how big a deal it is when you are scared of something like technology or talking on camera. People don't realize these things are just as bad as having like a really detrimental addiction, because a lot of times you're scared of them, but they are very important to your success. They're very vital for you achieving whatever level of success it is, right? So let's say a lot of online coaches that want to go into they want to kind of grow successful businesses, but they have this fear of being bad with technology, or they have this fear of hating to talk on camera. And these are two things that when you pair them together, they're gonna make you successful much quicker than if you don't do those two things. That's just gonna slow you all the way down. Okay, so I'll give you an example where we'll start with a hate take talking on camera. So I had somebody on our team, Emma, right, who hated talking on camera. And what I told her to do is I told her to do a video every single day. So I'm gonna give you that example. If you're hate talking on camera, I want you to do 30 days of videos talking on camera every day. Okay? And I'm telling you that's your fix, okay? Why is that your fix? How does that even work? Because listen, let's keep it on 100%, all right? This fear is like a surface level fear. Is the surface, is that the word I'm looking for? It's a light-hearted fear, okay? It's not a fear of heights where it's like climbing, or the skydiving thing. Why? Because these things, you can tell these are not light-hearted fears. They are more apparent fears. They're more like understandable fears because you don't skydive every day. Nobody skydives every day, right? Apart from a skydiving instructor. Nobody climbs heights every day apart from someone who works on a tall building, right? And actually does that. So most people don't do it. So something that you could go a whole lifetime without doing and it wouldn't affect you. Okay? Because these things are what we call extreme. And it's the truth because skydiving instructors, they will get paid, good money because it's like a more extreme thing to do. There's a lot more risk involved. Same with the cleaning the tall buildings, right? But when it comes to talking on camera, there's no risk. There's no real risk. If we're both being real here, I'm aware of your feelings. I'm aware of the fact that you feel there's actual fear there. I get that, but there's no risk when we both look at it and weigh it up, right? So you can do it's a light-hearted fear, and because of that, you know they say fear is just things that we don't understand, right? So doing it in volume is going to allow you to overcome all of those fears, and and actually, what the point I was trying to make is that because it's a light-hearted fear, it's going to be easier for you to take the first step. Okay. Whereas if it comes to skydiving, like there's a lot of steps even to get there, right? You've got to book it in, you've got to drive up to wherever it is or travel, you've got to go in the airplane, you've got to fly up. So taking that first step is a lot harder. So it's going to be easier for you to avoid that. Now, if you, after this call, you decide you're going to do this mission of what I said and talk on the camera for 30 days, right? You've literally got to pick up your phone and press record. That's literally it. That's the first step. So there's so little resistance in that, right? Now, once you started it, it becomes easier because you've done it once. Okay, so you say 30-day streak, I'm gonna talk on camera every single day. I'm gonna do a video talking on camera. Best bet would be on the feed. I would love for you to do it on the feed. Worst case scenario, you do it on the stories. All right. And if you need a reason or like what's it going to be based on? What am I going to talk? Just do a tip a day. Just do a tip a day. What I'm doing right now is no different from a tip a day. It's just value. It's literally just value. What I'm doing is nothing. I'm not thinking of anything crazy. I'm not thinking of anything. I'm not doing anything mad. Like you can see, I'm literally writing all of this as I go along. But I just thought of, all right, I need to do videos that are educational. Let me think of a topic or something that somebody, all right, cool, fear of technology and fear of stuff like that. How do you overcome it? And now I'm making a video on it. And it's not scripted, there's nothing like that. I'm just going because it's something that I know, something that I'm educated in, right? So all you're going to do in those 30 days of video is give a tip a day, one tip based on your niche. If you coach women and you're based on women's health, one thing could be like, all right, what's the most important supplement for women? Health, maybe magnesium. All right, this is the most important. Whatever. The next day, it's like women. If you want to strength train and you're scared, this is that, and it will challenge you. If you find it hard for 30 days, then it's going to challenge you. And look, like the person that I actually got to do it, they usually get to about 15 days. So even if you only get to 15 days, don't worry, or 14 or 10, you're gonna still see the benefits of it because you've actually looked back. When you look back, you've actually overcome that fear, and you're in your whole new place, and you've achieved a whole new level, right? So 30 days of videos talking on camera every single day. All you got to do is a value and a tip of the day. And now I've started with the answer, as I said. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you the reason that this works well. Okay. I'll never forget. I was watching a podcast, two podcasts actually. There was a Stephen Bartlett podcast about it, and there was also an Andrew Huberman podcast. Everyone knows Stephen Bartlett, Dragon's Den, flipping social media guy, and then Andrew Huberman is a brain doctor basically, right? Does a lot of research on the brain. So what they both kind of came to was that the biggest way to kind of stop procrastination or overcome any like these limiting mental barriers is just to do the thing that you're talking about. There's no trick you're gonna do. There's no flipping supplement that you're gonna take because the brain needs data. You can't convince yourself that you're not scared of technology, or you're not this, or you're not scared to talk on camera, like without the data. You understand what I'm saying? So if you look back and your brain can see over 10 days you just talked on camera, then it's going to be hard for it to paint a picture to you that you're not good at talking on camera, or that you're scared of talking on camera because you just did it for 10 days straight. So that's forever gonna be. It's like what I used to call changing your identity. It's like re-identifying yourself. If that's the word. Okay. So this is it. The brain needs data. The brain needs data. So when it sees that, all right, you've been telling it for the last however long as you can imagine, you've been telling it and programming your subconscious to say, I'm not good with tech, I'm not good on camera, I'm not good at this. You've been saying that for so long. So you've taught your brain that. And your brain believes you because you ain't been doing it. So it's like, well, you ain't been doing it. You've said it. So it must be the truth. But when you show, if you got 10, 15 days worth of data of you actually doing it, it's going to be the other way around, complete reversal, because it's going to be impossible for your brain to believe that you can't, and to act on the fact that you can't do this thing because you've just done it. Okay. So it really becomes a part of pulling up your socks, manning up, womaning up, and literally just taking the first step and doing a streak. And so many people are so hung up on this whole sustainable and soft way of achieving things, right? Like everything is like, don't do it if it's too hard, and just do it little by little, or just cut out a little bit. Just have one sweet a day, one chocolate bar a day. Everybody's strung up on that. And look, for certain scenarios, I'm sure it does help and it does work. But some things, when you need to overcome some things, you need some extremity sometimes. Sometimes you need to flip in, go for it. And you need to just say, all right, cool. I'm going to do this for 10 days straight. I'm going to do this for a week straight. I'm going to do this for 30 days straight. I'm going to do this whatever. I always do it. First quarter of this year, like from January to March, I literally had no snacks. And the reason was I was snacking like a pig. So I think it was pre-Christmas or whatever time it was. I remember we had an event, right? We had an event. Excuse me. So we had an event and I bought some crisps, some kettle crisp, right? From Costco for the event, and I forgot to take it to the event. So now I've got 2 boxes of kettle crisp in the house, and because they appear to be healthy and whatever, I've started the snacking on them, right? So I'm snacking on the kettle crisp. Then there's sweets at home, chocolates that I didn't really used to have before. Now I'm snacking on the chocolates. There's all these little things, and I'm just snacking. I'm in a snacking wave, right? So it got to December the 17th. I remember it clearly. I wrote it down. And I said, I'm not snacking no more. And I said, I'm not going to do like any type of snacking. And literally, it might have even been longer than from March. It might have been actually like April or so, right? I think it was definitely past April. And it got to a point where it's like I literally had not had a chocolate bar, crisp, sweet, none of it. The only thing I had was dessert. So that was like once in a while, because I'm not going to have desserts all the time. It was like once every 2 weeks. And I'll have a proper dessert. But no sort of snacking. I did no snacking. If I had anything, it would be fruit and then a tiny bit of nuts because I know the calories in nuts. I'm not gonna, fuck it up. So what I say is that extremity helped me. Now I can have snacks if I really want to. I can have it and I can come off of it. I can do whatever. But the extreme, the extremity helped me because it painted a new reality in my mind. I'm no longer fighting myself and don't eat and then I'm eating it and because in my mind I'm feeling like I'm not that person. I can't actually resist these things. No, my brain has data now of me resisting it for months and months on end. So now I'm more confident in myself that I don't need to snack. I don't. So that's why the brain needs data. Now, this is for talking in the camera. What would I recommend in terms of technology? The exact same flipping thing. I would literally say, I've said it before, and people kind of undermine, not undermine, but they kind of, underrate what I'm saying with it, right? Is that if you need to be good at technology, then it actually makes sense to say 30 minutes a day you're going to use the technology. And it's so easy because the whole I'm bad with technology is really a lazy statement anyway, right? It's lazy because no one tells you you don't need to be a computer scientist. Nobody's asking you to be a software engineer. That's not how technology works. We're not asking you to program the computer. So whatever it is you need to do, you just need to do that. All right. So if you're an online coach, the most you're going to be using technology for is maybe at most you've got a CRM. If you're ahead of the game, you're on point, you can use our one. Just drop a message CRM if you want to know more about our CRM. Maybe you've got you've got to you've got fitness apps. So maybe you've got a program that your workouts on the laptop, bit of content creation, you've got to edit videos. And then a bit of what is it? Maybe just using like Excel sheets, Google Sheets, whatever. All right, that's about it. Notion, maybe a little project management tool. That's it. So it's like 5 different areas of your business that you need to use the laptop for. But this isn't anything to do with programming a computer or dismantling and reassembling a laptop. It's got nothing to do with that. So all you got to do is look at these tasks, separate them, divide them, and think, all right, I'm going to spend time actually doing them. All right. So you just need to, all right, you sign up with a mentor, you sign up with a coach, or you get a course, you know what you need to do, and spend 30 minutes to an hour actually doing that thing. And with the technology situation, a big thing with the technology is just taking your time, man. And I would suggest anyone who's bad with technology, you need to learn how to meditate. Okay? You need to do that. And I'm not like with meditation, I don't promote like, oh, do 10 hours of meditation or 2 hours. Just 5 minutes, man. 5 minutes a day. Because I think a lot of people who feel that they're bad with technology are actually just impatient. Okay? Because you go onto any website nowadays, like for that you're using, whether it's a CRM system, whether you're using Calendly instead, whether you're using anything, they all have support teams. I used to be a victim of this. I used to make this mistake, like when I thought I was bad with technology. And I would literally be so lazy. I'm not even asking. There's the look at realizing there's a little chat there. There's a little support. I mean, if I go on this thing that I use all the time, but I never really think, yeah, advanced settings, room expiration, advanced settings. I'm sure what I'm basically saying, enable moving of freehand drawings, allow zooming using the thing. I haven't even looked into these tools because I've used this. I find it easy. I have no problems. But if I just look around, I take my time, I'm patient. I'm sure, look, like even now, right? How do I get rid of this? This is a bit, I just put it in. There we go. And these are the little things that people struggle with when they say like they're bad with technology and they don't know how to do certain things. And it's just a matter of just patience and staying calm and relaxing and just trying something out. All right, cool, it's not working. This website's not showing this for me. Can I go on to, is there some sort of support? All right, so let's literally spell this out for you. Like if you're on any type of website and and something's not working, right? So let's literally go through it. So you want to ask, is there a support? Is there a support or chat? Or support chat box, yeah? A lot of these places have 24/7, they have live support chats there that you can ask a question to, right? Cool. Can I find the answer? So you also want to look, this would actually be before. So this would be before the support chat, right? So you want to have a look just as I just did, right? Can I look at it? Could I find the answer? A lot of times, if you take your time, you breathe, you look around, you will find the answer, right? Then you want to see if there's support chat. So here, I can't see a support chat, but if I go to the main website, then I'm sure that there will be a support chat somewhere, right? So you can see a session here, online, resume session, scroll all the way down, frequently asked questions and help, contact us. So they got this, they got a support page, all right? So this might not be what everyone wants to hear because they ain't got a 24/7 one, but it's still a support chat. And it boils down to this thing of that you can only control what you can control. So that used to be my problem because I want to do this now and then there's no one to talk to now. I can't find the answer. I'm getting frustrated. But this is why I say meditation comes in very handy because it helps you with that. And look, if there's something really wrong with this website, I needed to actually do something about it and there's something wrong and I needed to do some work on it, then I will just literally scroll here. I'll contact the support team. I'm sure they will get back to me within 24 hours, right? They'll get back to me within 24 hours and I'll just move on and I'll do something else. Or I'll just find another way of doing it. I'll try and find a backup that's going to work. Simple as that. So, you ask for, you find, see if there's a support chat, contact them, find the answer. And then last but not least, can YouTube or ChatGPT help me? We're living in a crazy, amazing time whereby everybody's trying to help everybody, albeit like, maybe they're trying to grow their business, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm helping as well. And I'm helping because I want to help, but also like, I know that it's gonna inherently come back. If I help many people, then some people are gonna want more help, right? But we're living in a good time because you have that, right? So YouTube is like an encyclopedia. It's like a university. It's like the ultimate university. So I could actually go onto YouTube. I'm not gonna do it now. Uh, and I can type in whiteboard.fi and is there a fix to whatever, all right? And then now, if that wasn't enough, we've just gone and like just leveled up in life so much more, where we've got ChatGPT. So I can literally ask ChatGPT, I'm on chat whiteboard.fi. This function isn't working. What can I do to fix it? And ChatGPT will literally run me through the best things to do. So the whole "I'm bad with technology" is literally it's a lazy statement in nowadays. I know that people don't want to hear that, but hopefully what I've just gone through will help. And big thing, like I said, meditation, go through this thing, but then attacking it as well. Same way I said with the talking on camera is, literally every day, do your work, 30 minutes, 1 hour, dedicate it to being on your laptop and actually working on what you need to work on. And you're going to get better over time. You're going to overcome. And again, your brain now has data. Once you solve one problem, because that's what happened to me. All right. I used to Like Javen will attest to this. Like I used to always ask him. He used to always get on to me because I'll ask him like, "Oh, like how do you fix this thing? This website's ain't working. What did you do for this?" And I was a bit like, it was a limiting belief for me because I didn't go to university, right? So I'd been like off the whole laptop and working on laptops for a long time. So I just felt of it like that. And when I kind of like overcome and I realized it was a limiting belief and I started to tackle these things more, I did exactly what I'm saying, where I spent time on the laptop. I take my time, I'll breathe, I'll go through these things, and then I'll solve problems, right? And the first time I remember it, like I can't remember what it was specifically, but the first time I solved a problem that I faced a problem on some sort of website. I think it was kind of like a landing page or a lead magnet or something like that using MailerLite. And I solved the problem. And I just remember a burst of confidence came that like, okay, I'm getting the hang of this thing, right? And then from there, I would just always now try and solve these problems and I learn how to solve them quicker. And then it just got to a point where I'm at now, where it's like I don't have no issues with any sort of tech, any sort of website. I know that whatever I need to do to create, to build, I can build. Like Jav will be working on a project and maybe Jav is taking on the tech side of it of creating some sort of automation or whatever. And I haven't even looked at it. But I know that if I need to go in and correct something, I know that it's just a matter of me spending 20 minutes, 10 minutes to go and do it. And I know I can go and sort out whatever that thing is. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Whereas like before, I would have been just yeah, you know what I mean, completely overwhelmed and confused. So I hope this has helped you. This is a very valuable video, so make sure you use it and you follow what's been said in it. If you like this, then you're gonna want to like, share, and subscribe because I'm gonna be dropping videos like this every single flipping week. All right, peace and love, love and peace.